Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning, Sugar City. Good morning, everyone. It's a lovely, beautiful Monday, folks. It's Monday, and today is the 10th day. That's right, today is the 10th day of this lovely, beautiful month of August. We know we have some cycles on bills that are due on the 10th. So if you know that cycle, your bill is on that cycle, then you need to move over to that utility company which says that your payment due is on the 10th. And today is the 10th, and this is the Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning to one and all. Robert Checker Usher with you today. We are having blessings right here this morning, folks, because the shower is coming down very hard right now as we speak. We got good showers of blessings right here today. Let's get some more blessings by connecting with Delvi this morning, right here on the Sugar City Morning Show. We're coming to you live from Orange Walk, folks. The sweet, sweet place we call Sugar City. Remember, give me more Punta Rock, straight from Sugar City. We have to jam that song this week, yeah, so the Give Me More Punta Rock song. All right, so let's check in with Delvi at this time, folks, for our special prayer this morning. We need to get that special prayer to uplift ourselves, and we understand that the relief fund of the COVID-19 is getting underway, and we will be telling you a little bit about that right here this morning on the Sugar City Morning Show. So we are getting ready to connect with Delvi this morning, and we trust and hope that you all had a very good weekend, a very safe one, safe one, and we keep on taking care of ourselves. I'm seeing people here in Orange Walk. The majority of persons here in Orange Walk are getting very, very responsible. They are getting very responsible, and that is what we like. We like that, but there is still some that when you go to their shop, like them people, they push up behind you, man. And if you come out of the line, you take a whole next 10, 15 minutes. I just believe that the shops, they need to start to put that in a rule, man. Remember one time this thing started all the way back in March? People had their markers. Some of the stores, the markers are still there, but people don't look for the markers at all. They don't go up on the markers. Not talk about some of the least small stores in this area, because people pack up and, they have some people, like if they buy one item and you got one stack of item or you pay for the check, that person will just come, shove your hand over you and show the persons that I got, and the persons are collect for now. That could cause a little spreading right there. But like I tell you, one of them, he tell me one time, everybody have to dead. So we need to ask the authorities for checking in their shops where they behave in a kind of way, because it's not a good behavior. It is not a good behavior. Remember, folks, the mask is good, but the mask can't protect you for everything, because remember your whole money. You might shake somebody's hand without you realize. You open your vehicle, you go in your vehicle, maybe somebody may borrow your vehicle. You get a bunch of keys, you hold it with your hands. When you go home, you carry that key home. So we still have to go back, because a lot of we never really stick to it by washing our hands. When time this thing may come first, I'm so serious. Well, the more serious now. It's serious for a long time, but we're having more threats right now. We have a lot of people in isolation in the Orange Walk district right now. They are self-isolation, home isolated. We have to wash our hands, man. We have to wash our hands. If you do it all day, when you go home, you wash your shoes bottom or left it outside. Watch how you got your clothes, because people could talk and you got on the mask, but our droplets could come on your clothes, You come on your clothes. I see some people at some shop, they say, well, I don't really have to put on the mask because the customers, they put on the mask. Yeah, but then you they handle the money. You they give we change. That one time you they talk, droplets go up on your hand. And just like that, it could transmit from one person to the next. And there is something here that is saying how this thing could spread. Make us see if I have it right here. All I will know is spread very strongly. But let me see if I have an analysis that someone did explaining about the coronavirus. Coronavirus explained easily. He said Kate got infected yesterday, but she won't know until 14 days later. Kate thinks she is healthy and and is infecting 10 persons per day. So Kate had the virus and she never really knew until 14 days after. So she thought she was healthy and is infecting 10 persons every day. These persons think they are okay. They travel, go out and infect another 100 persons. That goes to 100. These 100 persons think they are healthy and keep infecting 1,000 persons. No one knows who is okay or who can affect you. Do you understand why it's important to stay at home, be responsible, stay in quarantine? So it is like that, folks, and that is a reality because we don't really feel that symptoms. We feel like we okay. Maybe you could have it and you feel strong, and then maybe you infect somebody, and maybe that thing the symptom you just have that least symptoms, and that may really come to you strong for say that okay I feel it, and that time other persons from 10 to 100 they don't get infected already. So we just gotta be careful, man. We gotta be careful because things are not looking good. Things are not looking good, and we gotta make sure that we take care of ourselves because if we don't take care of ourselves, then we are in a trouble, man. Somebody they complain that them want to bash and they can't get a bash. Well, you can't get a bash right now, man. You got a bash, but if 10 people don't leave their house, you're going to go invite 15 more. Call that 25. But then make we not take the chance right now. You could put off your bash for a little while. It seems like we have a little issue in connecting with Delvis. So what we will be doing, folks, we will be checking in with the BlizMet service at this time for today's weather forecast and the general situation for today. Well, it's not saying right now. Let's see what it's saying because it rain right now, the orange up. Make us see if that day in the forecast. The general situation, this is a morning forecast for today, Monday, August 10th, 2020, and this came in at 6 this morning. The general situation, moist and unstable weather conditions prevails as a tropical wave approaches. You know when a tropical wave they come with the wave. The 24-hour forecast, cloudless skies with some showers and a few thunderstorms over most areas today, then mostly over southern and some coastal areas tonight. The winds are blowing east at 10 to 20 knots and it remains gusty and rough. And the wind, that's the wind, and the sea state are moderate with wave heights from 4 to 6 feet. Temperatures across the country will rise from 30 Celsius in the coast to 86 highs, 32 Celsius inland, 90 degrees highs, and in the hills 25 lows and 77 highs. Advisories, alerts, and watches. Let's pay attention to this. A flood warning is in effect for residents along rivers and streams in the south and west of the country. A flood watch remains in effect for low-lying and flood-prone areas. Small craft caution in effect for gusty winds and rough seas near heavy showers and thunderstorms. So, since this is happening now, like how the rain hard right now, right there at the north and all over the country, it should be raining as well. So, we are looking out for flooding in your area. So, please be careful. The outlook for Tuesday and Tuesday night is for mainly fair weather with only isolated showers or thunderstorms developing. And the winds, okay, low tide this morning at 8:59, followed by a high at 2:31 p.m. Another low tide at 8:43 p.m., followed by a high tomorrow at 2:41. And the sun was up at 5:34 this morning and was set at 6:21. Folks, it's now 16 minutes after 7. 16 minutes after 7, we will take a short break. And when we come back, we got lots to discuss. And we invite you to join in our conversation right here this morning by reaching us at 302-2170. That's 302-2170. And you can also send a text message to 600-5769. You do that by regular text, and also you can do it by WhatsApp. And remember, folks, for you to get your $75 credit from Digi. This promotion is on right now, and it ends on the 31st of this month. All you need to do, you remember when the internet used to come out first, you used to get the leave modem home. Some of we still have it, and that is sitting right there and waiting to get $75 free credit. But for you to get that credit, all you have to do is to return your unused Digi modem, the ones that came out before. You return it to any Digi office countrywide, and you will get $75 free credit. What all can we do with $75 free credit? Well, with Digi, we can do a lot with 75. You know, we got our WhatsApp, we have our Facebook, our Instagram, and lots of different platforms that we can connect with. So return that unused Digi modem today to your Digi office near you across the country of Belize, and you get $75 free credit. Remember, Digi coming at you right here. So, folks, we take a break, and we'll be back after these messages right here this morning on North Television Channel 10.
Saltar la frontera es ilegal y coloca a toda la nación en riesgo. Nuestros vecinos, Guatemala y México, han experimentado un rápido incremento de casos de contagio de COVID-19 y hay más muertes cada día. Personas entrando a Belice ilegalmente, viniendo de esos países con múltiples casos, no les están haciendo las pruebas de COVID-19. Es por eso que es importante reportar a cualquiera que entre ilegalmente a Belice llamando a nuestras líneas directas. Para Smart, marque 0800-586-7377, 0800-267-3377 y para Digi, marque 0800-728-3293. Tolerar o participar en entrar ilegalmente es ponerte a ti, a tu familia y a todo tu país en riesgo. Recuerda, cualquiera que sea arrestado deberá pagar una multa de hasta 5,000 y o prisión por 2 años. Detén el salto de fronteras hoy. Este mensaje es presentado por el Departamento de Policía de Belice y el Banco de Belice.
Since 2014, Honorable Eludio Aragon has been quietly and consistently assisting deserving residents of Orange Walk East through a pantry program that he put together using personal resources and also with the support of generous business persons. It started with the distribution of 100 packages per month and has now doubled to 200 packages per month. The packages comprise of rice, beans, flour, and sugar, which are staples in any household, and a great help to the recipients. During the state of emergency in the month of April, Honorable Aragon also prepared and delivered 3,000 food hampers to residents of Orange Walk East. In the first instance, 1,500 parcels were delivered, followed by 1,500 more 2 weeks later. This was done because Mr. Aragon was aware of the hardships some of the area residents were going through due to the COVID curfew. This is a man who cares. Honorable Eludio Aragon Jr., with you always.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalos Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built, linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Boy, I'm late again. What? I mean, there yet? More time to sleep then.
Ugh, where'd I put my license? What? More cash? Yes.
Oh my god, that's a huge slice. More for me.
Money.
Who doesn't love having more of your favorite things?
Stop your money right.
With Digicel's new prepaid data plans, you get more data to do more of the things you love. That's more chats, more snaps, more surfing, more videos, more everything. So go ahead, live your best life with Digi. Whatever that may be.
114.60 acres in Tiger Creek, Orange Walk, 3,000 acres, 0.961 hectares to Jaime Briceño and John Briceño, 827.848 square yards to John Briceño, 5.4 acres to John Briceño and Jaime Briceño, 20 acres in Progreso to John Briceño, to John Briceño again, 6 acres in Progreso. The other Progreso you got with? What they want to do is to try to secure their future in terms of grasping after political victory. There will be time enough for that. We can't go beyond November, the first week in November. But in the meantime, for God's sake, please focus on the fact that we are in a crisis that all of us together, led by the government, but all of us together must serve. You see, Madam Speaker, leader of the opposition is not present, but when, because he makes clear that his opposition is not on a matter of principle, it is strictly political. When he makes clear that he will put opportunism ahead of the best interests of the country, that is when he opens himself up to by declaring to the whole nation that he is unfit for leadership. You don't cut and run in the middle of a pandemic. Worse, you don't seek to exploit the pandemic for narrow political gain. And Madam Speaker, I am not the only one who says that he's unfit for leadership. He should tell us about what a member of his own party said, and I quote, "You," addressing it to the leader of the opposition, "you have shown unscrupulous behavior time and time again, and it is a part of your DNA. This is a reflection of your insecurity as party leader. You are aware many eyes are on the leadership of the party. Despite your having failed continuously to prove your leadership skills, your despicable actions will also violate the Constitution of Belize if given the opportunity. You have not demonstrated any qualities and capabilities of becoming the next Prime Minister of Belize. In closing, because of your lack of capacity to lead this nation of Belize and your inability to deliver yourself as a leader, you will now stand to bear all the consequences." Enough said, Madam Speaker.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
Looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush runs, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Our economy benefits when goods and mobile services get to their destination quickly. When citizens are able to travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Carzal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Chunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, home in. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass 45 minutes have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Sartaneja and Kaparbank. I'm part of Progreso. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I believe and I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, more for Belize. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's now 29 minutes after 7 o'clock. Sam is missing in action this morning. Emerson, that big barbecue yesterday, he can't make it. The man must eat too much, Chepe. Yeah, the man should have get Chepe some barbecue. The man eat it up, so he look like he can't get up this morning. But nevertheless, folks, as we look at what is happening, we know the department, the health department, were indicating about some cases that are over the country. We have some persons that are doing home isolation here in Orange Walk, you know. It look like we're seeing 53, home in town 53, Shipyard 47, Guinea Grass. So Shipyard got 17. Well, these are home isolations, right? These persons are staying home. They are doing their self-quarantine. Guinea Grass 4, Santa Marta 44, Yo Creek 1, San Jose Nueva Palmar 8, Toa Hill BSI Compound 4, San Lazaro 2, San Antonio 1, Trial Farm 1, and San Jose 2. These are no threats because these persons are at home with that document that we read for you. So, you know, just like the document we read earlier, you might not know when you can catch it. And some people are still not practicing what they need to practice, you know. Over the weekend, 147 persons were arrested and charged countrywide for various offenses under the Emergency Powers Regulation. Some people don't realize right now that we are in a state of emergency and the entire country goes on curfew. Like tonight here in town, and other towns with the exception of San Pedro, our curfew starts at 10 o'clock tonight. And children 16 and under, after 6 o'clock, you should not be out on the street alone. If you're out, you should be with a guardian. When it comes to Santa Marta here in Orange Walk, Guinea Grass and Shipyard, it's 8 o'clock, all right? Your time for curfew is 8 o'clock. Nobody can go to Shipyard. Nobody can go to Santa Marta. nobody can go to Guinea Grass. Nobody can come out for Guinea Grass. Nobody can come out for Shipyard. Nobody can come out for Santa Marta. So the charges under the Emergency Powers Regulation, failing to wear a cloth, mask, or other face mouth covering whilst in public, 124 persons. They not wear the mask, and that's a big charge right now. So people will need to wear a mask. Not say a hurry. If you say a hurry put it on, when you say the police to come. If the police say that they don't got it on and you hurry put it on, they still in charge, you know. So 124 persons were charged, were arrested. All right, they were arrested, failing to wear a cloth mask or other face mouth covering whilst in the public. 124 persons. Breach of curfew, 18 persons. These are the ones that are out in the time that is designated for curfew. All tongues, with the exception of San Pedro, because San Pedro is a tongue, although it's an island. Over the weekend, by 12 o'clock, you should have made the in. That means only that 18 person must be out after 12. And San Pedro is 8 o'clock. Also, failing to practice social distancing, 2 person. So, right there, so you look on how much people. So 124 persons arrested for not wearing their mask or face and mouth covering. According to what we are understanding here, because some people wear it so. They put it underneath their chin. So you have it, but you're not covering your mouth and your nose. So maybe when the health man come on, you should tell them people, the regulation is you have to cover your nose and your mouth. So people just got to hang on the chin, and they charge it 124 persons. So the court was busy today, Chepe. The court was busy today, Chepe. A lot of people going to court today. So breach of curfew, 18 persons. Failing to practice social distancing, the same thing we talked about a while ago. Social distancing, 2 persons was charged for that. 2 persons unable to provide reasonable explanation of proof of movement outside curfew, 1 person. Failing to wear a cloth mask or other face mouth covering during public transportation. That are like bus, busitos, taxi, any kind of public transportation. 1 person was charged for that. So that means that must say the people where they drive, the conductor or something, then they still need to wear their mask. So it look like this thing beef up now. It look like the police department, then they work hard, but they are doing it for us, folks. They are doing it for us. Kept busy the establishment when required to be closed. Don't know the time you're supposed to close. 1 person was charged for that because he never closed on the time that it's supposed to be closed. So you hear that, folks, just over the weekend, 147 persons were arrested and charged countrywide for various offenses under the emergency powers. So one of them is for failing to wear a cloth, mask, or face cover, 124 persons. Breach of curfew, 18 persons. Failing to practice social distancing, 2 persons. Unable to provide reasonable explanation, proof of movement outside curfew, 1 person. Failing to wear a cloth mask or face cover, covering during public transportation, 1 person. Kept business establishment open during the time of curfew, 1 person. So folks, we have to take care of ourselves. We got to take care of ourselves. Good morning, Benke. Have yourself a wonderful time. We trust and hope that you all enjoyed the music on Saturday, the link that we sent for you. And, when we send these links, we encourage you to share it as well through your Facebook page. Share it to your friends and family so that, they can enjoy it as well. The more shares, the better for everyone, because a lot of people is seeing it. And also, folks, what we also have to report right here this morning is that, it was announced last week that about the measures for the curfew and for the lockdown. Orange Walk is still not locked down as yet. Corozal is not locked down, but we need to be careful because the lockdown will hurt everybody. Everybody will get hurt when it comes to the lockdown. I had some disturbing story coming out from Danriga. That's in the Danriga area. I'm trying to see if I can get it here. Of a person that was missing for some days. A person that was missing for some days, and when they get to find out, the person was in company of some. It's a female, and that person was in the company of a gentleman. And when she disappeared, her family was looking hard to try to find her, but they couldn't come up on her, and they start questioning a gentleman. That was a gentleman by the surname of Leon. It's not Leon from San Esteban, all right? It's not Leon. And what happened is that person led them to an area where this person was, and she was found in a shallow grave. So that is very disturbing, coming out from the Danriga, the Stan Creek area. It's not in Danriga, it's one of those communities in that area. And the lady was found in a shallow grave, so this person is under strict investigation right now. But folks, we understand that something tough happened with the so-called MS-13 people around the area. And I have a document here that is saying right here this morning that the Belmopan Church of Nazarene, located on East Ring Road, along with a number of other locations across the city, the capital city of Belmopan, including the Market Square, Gazebo, and Independence Park, was vandalized, all right, with MS-13 gang over the last 24 hours. In the case of the church, a number of live rounds were left on the ground, including a bullet used in a high-powered rifle. Information suggests that police are at this time actively seeking out the suspects they believe are responsible for these acts in the capital city. All right, so that is coming out from a media there in Belmopan. Just when Belize was getting popular with the tourists and everybody was buying up the lands and all these stuff to bring income into the country, these things are happening. When these things are happening, it discourage persons to come to our jewel, folks, because you don't want to go in a no crime area. Because like right now, Orange Walk people, it's sad to say, but Orange Walk people now really go to Belize City if they don't have to. And that's because we live right here, But when you go to Belize City, things look nice, things look calm. Remember the south side, part of the south side, they're in a state of emergency right now for 2 months. So the people like they're locked in. Nobody can come in, nobody can come out. You have to stick in at the area, and that is tough, And so when there are crimes, they come up, and so if we don't hear any reports said that because the police don't get them, But once we hear the reports, them like the ones with the arrests and so, it's because police are getting them and they are sending out information. So when they send out information, we know they got people who don't like watch news and so, but you need to watch the news so that you learn it for yourself or read, get a newspaper there and read, because before they have people write things in their newspaper or before they announce them on the news, they have to make sure they have good information, especially when they call people name, because they go to court. So look on it, man. Look on the news, read the newspaper, listen to the radios, and hear what is happening. Like today, a day like today, which is the 10th, school is supposed to open today. But the Ministry of Education, along with the government of Belize, decide, no, school not open. We have to take one break. You see how it rain this morning too? Imagine school open and then the kids start to spread out. And this virus is strong out there. We don't know who have it, We don't know who have it, not even the person would have it. Not know until after 14 or 21 days when that person, not the taste, the smell, then they get some strong symptoms of cough, like flu, cold, and so. Then they go take one check, and when they find out they're positive. But not everybody could just go take one test. You have to strong, make you go take that test. You have to have it strong so that they will admit you to take that test. But you can call the Ministry of Health as well, and they will go and test you, and they will advise you. When someone has the symptoms and they are saying that they might have the virus and they have their family members around them, it doesn't necessarily mean that they will test all of them, but they will go in the quarantine as well to make sure they are okay. And at the end of the 14 days, then they will get their tests, because like all this thing is spread a lot right now, then we have to make sure, the ministry have to make sure that they take care of all the kids, because San Pedro, people line up at the polyclinic, that's San Pedro. People line up at the polyclinic because people are afraid. Everybody want to check. Everybody want to test, because anxiety is out there. Remember the lockdown right now? Nobody can come in and nobody can come out. But when I started a boat that came out from San Pedro, I think it was the day when San Pedro was getting ready to start their curfew. A boat went to Corozal, and we understand they might have some spreading from that as well. But folks right now are all over the country, They're all over the country. People are moving, things are happening. So we have to be careful. If you go in a shop and then people, they walk close to you, then you move away. You can't tell them to move because you just move away. Someone is asking here about the Employment Relief Fund. What happened is there was a discussion this morning, and Dr. Carla Barnett was discussing and saying around 40,000 persons have applied already. But it's not everyone that will qualify, but that always happens. If you go apply for a job, they might have one vacancy or 5 vacancies, or they hire 30 person, and 100 person go apply, not everybody get. So in this, not everybody want get, but you can still apply when you receive that message. And this time, the financial assistance will not be channeled through SSB, Social Security Board. It will be going through the National Bank, because the National Bank is already in the smart system, the payout system, so it will have less delay now. Because when your funds are approved, then it should be automatic that you will get it quick, because it will be channeled through the National Bank. I don't really get all the details about it, but that's why I say listen to the news and hear what is happening, because that should be on the 12:30 news today, and then you will know exactly how to apply. There is something with the self-employment, and they were saying that they will try to see persons that have small businesses that have their employees. They don't really want to make them lose their employees, and maybe their business going. So they will see how they can help these persons. I'm not sure if it will be by the application or it will be on the form of a loan, but they are looking at all that. Food pantry program should come on board. Minister Aragon said last week that the finance was approved, so that should be back very shortly. I know some persons that have already received their calls and saying that they will be receiving their pantries. Some persons already received their calls before the new portal was open, saying that they have been approved for $150 monthly for 6 months, But you see, this goes on the way you put in your application, When you put in your application and study out your application, how much people live their house, what kind of house you live in, if you rent, you got light, you got water. See, they look at economic situation, and so I believe it's determined how you will get your relief fund, or how much they can give you. That's only my perception, but we still need to try apply, folks, because it's good. And you say good morning here in San Victor. Ay, man. Dice que buenos días. Aquí en San Victor siempre está vendiendo cerveza. Okay, so they are still selling beers in San Victor. And if they are selling, good morning San Victor, muy buenos días. If they are selling beers there in San Victor, I hope it's Belikin that they are selling, the local beer. But we know they're not Belikin. And if they are selling beers there, that means that people are still go across and bring, or maybe the Mexican and they go across and bring it across and sell it to the person over there, or keep it at somebody's house, so they could be the wholesale person, and then they sell it. Because the kind thing we call for a few dollars more. A lot of people do things for a few dollars more, and they say if they can make it, they'll make it. Like Sam said, that then people life. That then people life how you get there out of it. But right now, guys, it's dangerous. Yeah, it's not like what you believe it is for just go across and bring the beer there, sell there. How much you make? You know how much you make? You make one money. Maybe you'll make one $30, $40 out of the amount of case that you make. Because you still have to go back and invest again if you want to continue to do it, which is wrong. We are not encouraging you to do that. But things tight, things tough. But to not apply to man, to not apply through the COVID-19 relief fund. Maybe we might be lucky once they hear of San Victor and Santa Cruz and Pachacana and place, and the areas there all the way down west and south, the Cala Creek area, and those some of the area open where people just go across and Melchor and bring across and Gallo and Champagne and a lot of things. You know, apply, man. You know, apply. Tell the people you know the work. Put it in your application. Go on the COVID-19 relief fund and do your fill in your application, and maybe you might just be lucky and hopeful to get that relief fund. Folks, the time now is exactly 11 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We will be taking a break and got some more information I want to pull up. So we take a break and we'll be back after these messages right here today on Norte Televisión, Channel 10.
When you think about compassion, care and kindness, the area representative of Orange Walk East, Honorable Elodio Aragon Jr., immediately comes to mind. He has demonstrated through dedication and hard work that the people he represents are his priority. His work in Orange Walk East to deliver goods and services has been never-ending. Infrastructure, streets, water, land, social assistance, sports, and education are areas in which Mr. Aragon has focused and delivered to his people in the Orange Walk East. Honorable Aragon has lived a life of dedicated service to his country and people with an excellent track record. Orange Walk East deserves the best. So, for continued development, vote for Honorable Elodio Aragon Jr.
We have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
It goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
From working late to hot date avec Derek. Yes, you can. Looking half decent at early morning Pilates. Yes, you can. When you've totally forgotten your BFF's birthday. Yeah, you can. Looking surprisingly good in last night's clothes. Even unscheduled media appearances. Batiste Dry Shampoo. Yes, you can.
Distributed by Vegas Imports.
Border jumping is illegal and puts our entire nation at risk. Our neighbors, Guatemala and Mexico, are experiencing rapidly increasing numbers of COVID-19 cases, and there are more deaths every day. Persons entering Belize illegally from these hotspot countries are not being tested for COVID-19. That's why it is important to report anyone entering Belize illegally by calling our hotlines. Smart users call 0800 Jumpers or 0800 Borders. For Digi, call 0800 SAVE BZE. Condoning or engaging in border jumping is putting yourself, your family, and the entire country at risk. Remember, anyone caught will be fined up to $5,000 and or imprisoned for 2 years. Stop border jumping now. This message is brought to you by the Belize Police Department and the Belize Bank.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan Muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una.
Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el...
¿Balancín? Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que huimos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche-France.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show, 4 minutes away from 8. You know, folks, with this application I forget to ask a question this morning to Dr. Barnett because someone is sending a text that is very familiar with what is happening with persons that are applying. You know, this person say he try to follow the application, but when he's sending the application, it's saying that Social Security is already using a number and they're not receiving any text. That happens. Several persons told me about that. That is saying when you go to the portal to apply, it says that your Social Security number is been used by such and such and so and so. I don't really know what that mean when it's saying that, and some persons are saying that they say your application. Someone called me yesterday and asked me about the same situation, and it's saying that I asked him what the message, and he told me that he received back a reply and said your application has been received and is under review, and you will be contacted. So some are saying that your SSB card has already been used by or already in the system or something like that. So I don't know if that automatically qualifies you, if that make you qualify right away, or because it's there already, then you cannot apply again or you will not be approved. We need to check that. But you know, like I said, Dr. Carla Barnett said this morning that it will be challenged. It will be challenged through the National Bank. I'm not sure. Maybe that's why you're getting that text saying that your card has already been used. I'm not sure, but I will do some investigation and we will bring that in for you tomorrow, because we need to know, right? We need to know so that people know if they need to apply once again or they need to do anything else. You know, and like right now, you know, a lot of people complain about their light bills going up. And it keeps on going up. The only time when it go down is when you go pay your bill and your arrears go down. But BEL right now is informing the public that regrettably one of their employees in the San Pedro area has tested positive for the COVID-19. The company is providing full support to that person, so we want to pray for that person as well. They are not saying anything about the light bills, but believe me, folks, we experience it. A lot of people experience it, that the light bills are going up. You know, you go pay your bill, you have to remember your account number. I think you got your meter number that you have to remember as well. And when you go there, then they just take your bill. I know say long time I know see somebody gonna read for we meter. What did they read? Okay. All right, good. Well, that's good news. That's good news that they are reading meters. But they were saying one time that they go like the cycle. Okay, from this month to this month, you consume so much, and then they do it in a calculation. But it's good to know that they are reading. But we want to know if we start to deliver the bills. So, all right, because people need them bill. A lot of people when they go pay that some of the agency, when they're going to ask them about bill, and the people are not really understand. And then sometimes they're like 2 billion and one, because maybe you never paid out. Like, let's say like today is the 10th and water bill is due today for some areas. If you never pay the 10th and you go pay maybe by the 15th, but they never cut you out yet, then when the next bill come, that bill that you're supposed to pay the 10th will reflect on the other bill. So you show one total. If you pay 75, then you show whole 150. But you know, really whole 150 or whole 75, because you will pay after the due date. After the due date, so that will just roll over. The amount will look like it's 150 on that bill. So it's good for us to try to pay our bills before the due date or by the due date. So when your bill come, you come clean, and then you know exactly what they consume. We need to look on the pipes as well. if pipes they drip. Sometimes we got a leak pipe the drip. Sometime the your sewerage, like when you flush it sometimes, one leak water they drip, and it might look like nothing, but over the month it adds up. Just like if you have a bucket there and that continue to drip, 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 you check that bucket and you see how much bucket of water you have when the end of the month come. And if you don't put the bucket, then the water want to waste. So all of the little things we have to look into. And when it comes to the light bills and so, remember, like right now we have much more persons at home. You know, TVs are on all day, refrigerator open, and sometime when it rain like this, we keep our lights on. The fan they go, the AC they go. So we're born a little bit more. So just have to put these things into consideration and try to see how we can consume less. Turn off the lights to time. One of my friends at work at BL tell me, say, you see the same multiple outlet you got in your house? He said, I work there and I know what happens. So I turn off them there. When I go to sleep, I don't just turn off my TV. That little light where they right there, so if you plug it out and you put on a little light, you not see the little light. But if you plug it in and you put on the little light, then you see the little light come on. That means it consumes electric energy. It might be a lot, but it adds up. Just like your chargers for your phones and so. One time, if your chargers for your phone, when you not use it to plug me out. Whatever you could plug out, to plug out. And like people who got electricity, they share from one house to the next. Then are the ones that will spin your meter a lot. You're surprised to know that them persons that they burn more than what you they burn. Because of the long wire. Because the wire, maybe the wire not strong enough. Maybe the length of the wire so it pull one lot. There is a message, the message that they are talking about, friend, even if you are a new applicant. Okay. All right, make I see. I got it here. Okay, one of my great friend. Good morning, brother. He says, notice. He say, applicant with social security card number already exists in the system. Okay. All right, so that's the message you're talking about. Brother, if you know what that message means, just send me a text or whatever you feel it is about. Send me a little text because we don't really understand why it's saying that, no? It could be that what? Oh, you probably your name don't need the system. It says your number already exists in the system. So what that means? That means that you can't apply? Or that means you might still get it? Or you not get it? Huh? Oh, okay. All right. That if you are if you're not a new applicant, and we have a next one here that is saying here this morning. Good morning. Just wanted to say, a lot of people they come into Chunush village from San Pedro, and one woman supposedly have it. This message is coming from Chunush once again. Morning. Just wanted to say. A lot of people are coming to Chunush village from San Pedro, and one woman supposedly have it. Okay, so that is something serious to look into as well, because if these people are coming in from San Pedro and you believe that they have the symptoms, then you stay away from them. Right now, it's time for us to stay home, folks. After if this thing get tight, not even we can work, because it will be strong like how San Pedro is. People can't go to San Pedro, and we don't say how much cases are there rising in San Pedro. Just like when it started to rise in Florida and New York. This morning, a man identified as Trevor Gill, 37 years, is in a critical condition at the KHMH after he was chopped to his head and hands around 3:30 this morning. Man, according to preliminary information, Gill was asleep on a sofa at his nephew's home on New Road in Belize City when an unknown person entered the home and inflicted the wounds before fleeing the scene. Police are waiting for Gil to be stabilized so they can get information from him which could be investigated. Wow. I hope you get better, my brother. Gil. Yeah, sounds very, very familiar. He's at the KHMH in a very critical condition. And my brother, I hope you get well very, very, very soon. And we are seeing here that teachers test positive for COVID-19 as well. So say folks that anybody who catch it, So we just have to be careful, like what we say. All right, so this is from the Anglican Diocese of Belize. So it won't dispel when I really read that right now because they might have some names there, and we don't really want to deal with that. But this thing is serious. This thing is serious. So what will they do for stay home now? What are we doing staying home now? Are you falling in love more with your wife? Are your wife falling enough more with their husbands? Everybody, they fall in love. We are getting creative. There's a lot of creative things that we can do, folks. There is a lot of creative things that we can do out there. Make we use the creativity. You know how much we have learned when it comes to musicians. You stay home and you pick up that guitar or get behind that drums and start playing, or get that microphone, plug it in, or you sing through your phone and record it. Then you see how good your voice is. You see that talent you got. You get behind your keyboard, you start doing programming, you start doing sequencing, you get your Ableton, your drum machine, and start to work. When you look, you not realize that you could have done that. Hey, we have copyright law that believes that, we can start producing jingles. Musicians can start producing jingles because as it is right now, we are still doing it, but we should not be using other materials to when we record ads. You see, like DJ, they try their best not to use any of the popular songs, but sometimes it has to come in. They have Unicomer, they use their own jingles because the copyright law is there. So, like how we got this free time right now, make us start to produce some jingles, man. Maybe not sell them right now. Put them up, and I know some young guys that produce beats and they sell them online. And those beats, you might hear them in some big carnival song. You not even know the families. I know Kendall Simpson families. He sells some rhythms in the Caribbean, and those rhythms come with some big artists, make some big hits. So pull out the keyboard, man. Pull out the sequencer, your Ableton, your drum machine, and start to do something. Might sound too good when you start, but look at it positive. And then you could go and maybe, when it comes to the hook of the song, then you come back, you put it on the next spot, and you listen to it and have some other persons listen to it and see if it could be qualified and send it out, man. Or start producing a little album. We see RB's Karaoke. They are doing their thing, and they're doing at least singing and so. If you keep people nice, a 1 in a million new. Yeah, that was a nice song that came out yesterday. So that just like keep us up, keep us going. You see about all the virtual concerts that bands are doing over the country, entertainers. We not see the comedian there yet. How the comedian they not come on and do their thing? The comedian they need to come on too, man, because that little laugh, a laugh a day is just like a half apple a day keeps the doctor away. So they call upon the comedians they over Belize. We got a big comedian right there at Orange Walk, Mr. Dylan Jones. Knock some thing on the internet, man, and put them out only 1 minute, 2 minute thing, So people could laugh it off, and make you feel blessed, make you feel nice. And okay, we continue right here. I went to church yesterday, and it was sad to see that only few persons going to church. Well, what is happening. If few persons are going to church, maybe some of us are trying to stay safe, right? Maybe some of us are trying to stay safe. But the amount of persons that can gather in one area at one given time is 25. 25 persons. For San Pedro And this village here in Orange Walk, we have Guinea Grass, we got Santa Marta, and the Mennonites there. Well, the Mennonites there are Shipyard. Then only 10 persons could get out the same time. I wonder how them people they manage, whether they leave freight and so for the Mennonites. Because I know they have some of the Mennonites there who not drive vehicles, right? So they hire them people for carrying a Corozal and a Belize, or sell them furniture, or sell them fruits, the vegetables. People go back at Shipyard from all over the country. I remember I meet one of my friends there from from Stan Creek one time. He say I kind of the way that right there so the Shipyard because I have a big machine and got some belt where I need to fix it. You can't get it no way and cost so much if you have to right. So I'll bring it at the Mennonites. So you come and hang out. I tell them, so what, you have to go come out. No man, they tell me 4 o'clock this evening I got it ready. So a lot of people use that place. A lot of people come out from that place. But we look at health before the economical situation. We look at the health part first. Because we have to make sure we're okay. We have to make sure we're good. So that it's only for 14 days, Right there, so I think Thursday, and don't make you 1 week already. And then after that, well, Friday and be 1 week, after Friday start. After that, by the following Friday, then 14 days is gone. But we don't know what happened between now and then because like this lady, this person just sent a text from Chunush saying that persons are coming in from San Pedro. A lot of people come from San Pedro for going to Chunush, and they are saying that it is suspected that one woman from that area might have the coronavirus. So we don't really know, but report it to the health department or ask the person to call the health department so they can go and check her to see if she's okay, because you don't want nothing go wrong with her, worse than if we don't have it already. We don't want nothing go wrong, or maybe spread it out, because we're not into that, right? We're not into that for method just this thing is spread and spread, because when it spread, it could spread to anybody. Folks, it's 14 after 8. We take a break and we'll be back right here. Have some lines that I need to check on my inbox right here to share with you important messages coming in. So we'll be taking a break and we'll be back after these messages right here on Norte Television Channel 10.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at DerekGillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multi-purpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Worried about wearing that sleeveless dress or sexy bikini due to unsightly ingrown hairs, razor bumps, or burn on your legs, underarms, or bikini lines? With TendSkin, those worries are a thing of the past. Just apply TendSkin and you'll be surprised at how quickly it works. So regain the confidence to go short, go sleeveless,
Go TendSkin.
Visit us online at go10skin.com.
Distributed by Vegas Imports.
Someone come, yes, someone coming, let's go. Sa. First sense question of the day, what you did it tell you?
Who's a me letter?
That sign right there, you can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in and dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
So all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
John Briseno says government needs to trim the fat. Let's take a minute to look at that fat.
Johnny Briseno receives a salary of $60,000 from the government to be the leader of the opposition and $84,000 for sports and community projects in his constituency. The People's United Party representatives receive about $993,000 annually from government to assist residents of their constituencies.
Since the COVID-19 state of emergency, the Prime Minister of Belize has given all his salary toward the relief efforts. The UDP ministers has given up a month's salary and allowances going forward. Johnny Briseno has not agreed to give up anything. The PUP representatives have not agreed to give up anything.
Leadership is about action, not words.
The ongoing technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies. Transforming Belize, one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Folks, earlier this morning we reported of the person that was found in the Stan Creek area, and the reports that are coming in say the body of Julia Milan Moran, 39 years old, was discovered in a shallow grave 1 mile off the Hummingbird Highway, Stan Creek Valley Road. Police were led to the site on Saturday by the man whom they believe murdered her. That man, a security guard at a resort in Hopkins, have been detained by police after Moran was reported missing Friday by her sister, and an investigation revealed that the deceased was last seen on July 30th in his company. Earlier, we had information there that was saying that the same person they are talking about is the one that led the police to the area. So, yeah, I hear something about earthquake. Want to feel any earthquake? Want to feel anything they shake? Somebody from Belize City tell me the sofa is shake. Wow. We never feel it at Orange Walk. I don't know if you know feel it, but Delph, thanks. I know how the issue go with the internet sometime, but God's blessing to you as well. I don't feel no shake at Orange Walk, so I'm not really sure what happened, but somebody from Belize City said they feel the shake or tweak. So folks, before we go this morning, we want to tell everyone to let's continue being safe. Let's take care of ourselves, because over the weekend, 147 persons were arrested and charged countrywide for various offenses under the emergency powers regulations, failing to wear a cloth, mask, or face mouth covering whilst in public. 124 persons were arrested for that. Breach of curfew, 18 persons. Failing to practice social distancing, 2 persons. Unable to provide reasonable explanation or proof for movement outside curfew, 1 person. Failing to wear a cloth mask or other face mouth covering during public transportation, 1 person. Kept business establishment when required to be closed, 1 person. So, apart from being charged, these are some big charges. So apart from being charged, it's not safe, right? It's not safe. We need to take care of ourselves. Yes, we felt the shake here at the hill, so it must be a big one. Wow. Okay, so somebody sent it from Belize City, and now we got somebody from Orange Walk sending it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yes, it's shake, it said. All right. Delon, all right, my brother? I hope you're okay. Hello, good morning, muy buenos días. What's up?
Why
Libertad shake up too?
Yes.
Wow. How you feel? How you feel?
4 seconds.
Huh?
4 seconds.
4 seconds?
Yeah.
Am I strong?
Yes.
All right, bye. Yeah, well, I'm glad to know that I just want to shake, man.
Yeah, man.
All right?
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. So they say Libertad shake too. And someone say, aquí in San Luis, make us say what did they say about San Luis. I don't know how we know feel it in here. That means this building is well secure. He said, aquí in San Luis, okay, then feel it that San Luis. He tremble up. Also, good morning. Yeah, we feel the shake here at Trial Farm. Well, we never feel it. Well, I think we will get more information, but thanks to my cuz from Belize City that sent that in so that we could have pass that information to you all. Folks, we want to wish you the best today and always. And tomorrow we should be having Sam and Emerson. The rain kept back the guys this morning because it was raining. Then the earthquake come, but we're good. And we want to hope that you all are out there good. Remember, transfers of electorates in registration continues until the ending of this month. For Orange Walk North and Orange Walk Central, we use the office right here in the Trial Farm area, right adjacent beside the same building that we have the lands department. And for Orange Walk South and Orange Walk East, it's the main office on Santa Ana Street. That's beside BR's Pharmacy. You can go and you can do your transfers today. If you become 18 of age, then you can go and vote as well. Every 15th of the month, these supplementary lists are coming out. And we only have we have August, September, and October. We have 3 months, maybe it'll be 2 months and a half, because usually like 2 weeks before election, then the cutoff date for you to register, for you to be able to vote in this year's election, then the cutoff, you still could go register, but your name will not appear on the list. So try to do it now, try to do it. Things not too busy right now, but if you see a lot of people at the office, then you go back and know the edge up close to people, keep your social distancing. And when it comes to the ending, when the dates look to get closer, it's when politicians are getting out persons to go and vote, register, transfers and everything. Standard bearers are there with their working groups. So try to do it when it's not too busy. We want to wish you the best, folks. Thanks for tuning in to North Television Channel 10 all the time. We have Channel 7 news coming up later on today at 6 o'clock. That's right, we got the news coming up today. And let's get this call. Hello, good morning. Muy buenos días.
Good morning.
Morning.
A big concern for people going to register, no?
Yes, sir.
I passed by the office sometime last week, and I saw people gathering. I mean, just bunch of no distancing. They are not wearing their mask properly. Some of them have it beyond the nose.
Yeah.
Face mask is to cover your mouth and your nose, not only your mouth, right? So I think they need to take precautions when going to register, right?
Yes, sir.
To keep their distancing, because I mean this pandemic is getting very, very serious here in Orange Walk.
Yep.
You know? And I think at this point in time, political ads should be off, man. I think we're supposed to be concentrating more on this pandemic than political ads. I mean, it annoys me to hear more political ads than any precautionary ads concerning this pandemic, right? It is very serious in our country right now. We're rising up, right? And yet we still want to ponder on this political ads. So let us be conscious and get someone in your studio and to continue informing people about this pandemic. Because, like I said previously, some people are ignorant to the fact what's really happening. So we need to get someone in there in your studio and educate our people, man. Continue educating our people. That's my concern. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, sir. It says that it was a minor earthquake, magnitude 3.05, has occurred on Monday in Mexicali, El Centro. That's an area there in Mexico, United States. Lot of different number. All right, they said 4 kilometers. Did you feel anything? I never feel it, bro. I never feel it at all. But a lot of people said they felt it. Good morning. Yes. Good morning. Yes, felt ugly. Hit 2 times from Corozal. All right. So if that is coming, if that hit all the way there in Mexico and people feel it in Belize City, then it's supposed to be one real strong one. It's supposed to be a real strong one. So I know folks who got this pandemic all over the place right now, and earthquake to come. Man, all we can say now, yes, we need Jesus. Folks, this show repeats at 8 o'clock tonight. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in today. Have yourself a wonderful time, a wonderful day. I will talk to Mr. Dylan Jones to do some little comedies, maybe a little 2-minute thing. Dylan Jones Weekly. I'm not going to put it weekly, I'm going to put daily. So I'm not going to lead thing and put it there so people got a little laughter for the day, bro. And other comedians, Kenny Morgan. We got also Mr. Mangar, all the way from San Ignacio. Got Rafael Martinez. We have some ladies that does comedies as well, So I could try to do that and make the people feel a little relief. But yes, the caller is saying about people there lining up at registration office. Some of these persons that were charged are some of them that are doing the same thing. They wear the mask under the chin because you're not covering your mouth, you're not covering your nose, and you need to do that. But remember, folks, that mask protects your face, your mouth and your nose from droplets to enter, but it does not protect our hands, right? So we have to continue to wash our hands. Use your hand sanitizer, You go in a shop and buy, money or exchange, you wash it off. You go home, you drive your vehicle, maybe somebody may borrow a vehicle, somebody ride in your vehicle, you sanitize the door handles and everything, because we don't know, we don't want to discriminate against anybody, But this thing spread, this thing serious. We have how much people there on isolation right now, how much people there on home lockdown, how much people they're in a quarantine. How many people out there are suffering? San Pedro Polyclinic, they got big lines. People can't get in. And that because the airport never open. Man then jump the waters and come back. And that is one of the main cause of this. Why jump in and then do it, go across, drink up them beer, eat up them chuletas, come and sell vegetables, sell beer, sell detergent, sell everything, and then they spread the virus. Guys, be careful. Raheem, thanks once again. Folks, Robert Checker Usher, want to wish you all the best today. Let's all stay safe. If the good Lord so will, we will be back tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock right here on North Television, Channel 10.